Balikatan multilateral maritime exercise participants conduct maritime search and rescue training in the West Philippine Sea. 10 rebels surrender, arms seized in Bukidnon. NCRPO to assist commuters who will be affected by transport strike. DepEd suspends classes due to transport strike, high heat index.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Good day everyone, as well as our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, April 29, and we will bring you the latest news from the Armed Forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Ralph Susan for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Happy listening to our listeners at 1134 kHz AM radio, and also happy viewing to our audience in AFP Radio of the DWDD Facebook page.
DWDD Armed Forces
And
News.
for the brief review of our stories, the Philippine Navy, United States Indo-Pacific Command, and French Navy conducted maritime search and rescue training in the West Philippine Sea on the fourth day of the 5-day multilateral maritime exercise as part of Balikatan 2024. Participating ships included the BRP Ramon Alcaraz and BRP Davao del Sur of the Philippine Navy, USS Harper's Ferry of the U.S. Navy, and FS Vendémiaire of the French Navy. Prior to this, the ships conducted division tactics and Officer of the Watch maneuver exercise to test the capabilities of the Allied forces to operate together in preparation for the maritime search and rescue exercise. The collaboration among the Armed Forces of the Philippines, U.S. Indo-PACOM, and French Navy demonstrates the importance of multilateral partnerships in ensuring the safety, security, and readiness of Allied forces in the West Philippine Sea.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
10 leaders of the New People's Army, including its members, voluntarily surrendered to the authorities, while several weapons were also recovered from various military operations in Bukidnon. The surrenders came from the Sub-Regional Centro de Gravidad Pedler and Headquarters Loader, all of SRC2 North Central Mindanao Regional Committee, and operating in the area of responsibility of the 1003rd Infantry Raptor Brigade. These included the squad supply officer and the commanding officer of the said group. According to 1003rd Infantry Brigade Commander Brigadier General Mario Nangkao, the long-standing insurgency in Bukidnon is already on the brink of its end. He also encouraged the community to help by reporting any information that will lead us in ending all CTG atrocities in their area.
Armed Forces Radio.
Providing the first-hand information, our correspondent joins us from Ilocos Norte with the latest update regarding the ongoing Balikatan Engineering Civic Actions Project in the said province. Go on for the details, Sergeant Sagawok.
The United States and the Philippine Armed Forces are currently constructing a community healthcare center at Davila Elementary School in Pasuquin, Ilocos Norte, as part of the Engineering Civic Action Project for Balikatan Exercise 39-2024. The construction was started with the cooperation and teamwork of the Philippine service members, with the 548 Engineer Construction Battalion, 51st Engineering Brigade, and U.S. soldiers with the 557th Engineer Construction Company, 555th Engineer Brigade on April 18, 2024, and is expected to be completed by the end of the exercise that will be turned over to the community. The need for the construction of a community healthcare center is in response to the community's need for immediate and convenient access to quality health services. This community healthcare center will serve as a tangible testament to the unending friendship between the United States and the Philippines, and the residents of Pasuquin, Ilocos Norte are grateful to the U.S. forces and the armed forces of the Philippines for choosing their community as a recipient. Balikatan 39-2024 is an annual exercise between the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the U.S. military designed to strengthen bilateral interoperability capabilities, trust, and cooperation built over decades of shared experiences. Indeed, the Balikatan exercise equally focused on community development as it is on military training. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Sagawa.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Air Force is set to bolster its defense capabilities with the arrival of its second mobile air surveillance radar system from Japan next week. This cutting-edge system boasts a modern detection capability capable of identifying aerial and naval threats. According to Philippine Air Force spokesperson Colonel Maria Consuelo Castillo, the Japanese-built air surveillance radar will be officially handed over to the government at Camp Aguinaldo in Quezon City today. The turnover ceremony will be led by Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr. and Japan's State Minister of Defense Makoto Oniki. She added that the mobile radar is one of the 4 radars that they acquired from the said country as part of capabilities development to be able to monitor maritime activities in their areas of concern.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri has announced that the upper chamber is set to pass around 20 priority bills, including the contentious Mandatory Reserve Officers Training Corps bill, before the end of the May. The Senate's goal is to approve these bills before the conclusion of the second regular session of the 19th Congress on May 24, leading to sine die adjournment. Zumiri also assured the public that every measure considered in the Senate will undergo thorough deliberation to ensure that resulting laws are as close to perfection as possible.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in with more details about the Philippine Fleet rocks the night away at Fleet Night 2024. Go on for the details, Bea.
Yes, Rolf, the Philippine Fleet set sail into the night at Naval Operating Base Subic for their traditional Fleet Night. This year's event, themed Fleet Music Laban 2024, took on a rock and roll persona, celebrating the wild spirit of exploration and community. Philippine Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Renato David graced the occasion, which was organized by the submarine group, officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resource from various branches who unleashed their inner rock stars. This rock-themed celebration has left a lasting impact on fleet personnel, reminding them of the enduring power of rock and roll to inspire and unite. And that's the latest updates. This is Beatrice Amigable reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD Armed Forces
Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff Der Romeo Browner Jr. advocates for comprehensive territorial defense training for all Army reservists in response to evolving geopolitical dynamics, particularly the tensions in the West Philippine Sea. During the turnover ceremony of the leadership of the 103rd La Union Ready Reserve Infantry Battalion, he emphasized the necessity of training reservists given the current national security threats. He also challenged Major General Romulo Manuel to prepare the Army Reserve Force for territorial defense, as they will play an important role as part of the total force in case of national emergencies. Major General Manuel, as the Commanding General of the Philippine Army Reserve Command, will oversee this initiative.
DWDD National News.
For national news, the National Capital Region Police Office will provide free rides to commuters who will be affected by the 3-day transport strike by various groups. According to NCRPO Chief Information Officer, Police Lieutenant Colonel Eunice Salas, all 90 vehicles of the office will be deployed from Monday to Wednesday, especially during rush hours. Meanwhile, NCRPO Director Police Major General Jose Melancio Nartatas Jr. shared that 7,957 cars troops will be sent to ensure public safety. It can be remembered that the government said that there will be no extension of the April 30 deadline for the consolidation of jeepney franchise.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And we are joined now by our field reporter who has been following the situation closely about BRP Davao del Sur continuous multilateral maritime drills with flight deck operations. Go on for the details, Corporal Sherville.
Marks the commencement of Day 2 of the Deviation Tactical Maneuver Exercises. The LD-602 BRP Davao del Sur has steadfastly maintained its course, sailing towards the north and northeast of Palawan in collaboration with the USS Ferry LSD-49, FS Bandamir F-374, and the PS-16 BRP Ramon Alcaraz as part of the BK-39-2024 multilateral maritime exercises. While underway, the LD-602 BRP Davao del Sur is gearing up for the flight deck operations to facilitate the landing of the AW109 NH434. This pivotal activity encompasses patient evacuation, passenger embarkation, and other essential operational maneuvers, highlighting the interoperability exercises between the AW109 NH434 and the LD-602.
And that's the latest update. This is Corporal Sherbo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP, one stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Corporal Sherville.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more update outside our station. Let us hear from Beth about Chinese claim of common understanding in West Philippine Sea, dismissed as propaganda by DND and NSC.
Department of National Defense refuted claim of an existing agreement between the Chinese government and Philippines compromising sovereignty and the rights in the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, DND Secretary Gilbert Chodoro emphasized that the department has had no contact with the Chinese government since 2023. Similarly, the National Security Council labeled Chima's statement as a new model of propaganda attempting to frame the Philippines as the source of tension following an alleged failure to fulfill promises. Moreover, NSC Assistant Director General Jonathan Malaya reiterated President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s stance that there is no agreement regarding Ayungin Shoal and that the Philippines will continue to act within the bound of international law. This is Bitanyete reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Beth Taniete.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Education declared suspension of face-to-face classes in all public schools nationwide due to the 3-day transfer strike and continuing high heat index. In the advisory, all public schools are directed to implement asynchronous classes or distance learning today, April 29, until tomorrow, April 30. Teaching and non-teaching personnel are also not required to report to their respective offices. However, DepEd said that activities organized by the regional and schools division offices scheduled on the said dates may push through as long as measures for the safety of all participants have been carefully considered.
DWDD National News.
Temperature in Zambales yesterday reached 53 degrees Celsius, considered as extreme danger and the highest heat index recorded so far this year, according to Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. The province only recorded 42 or 43 degrees Celsius in the previous days. The State Bureau reported that the province is expected to have a lower heat index of 42 to 43 degrees Celsius today and on Tuesday. But as I earlier said, that the country may experience scorching heat until mid-May.
Armed Armed Forces Radio Report.
For more Balikatan updates, Private Dispo has more developing story about joint air assault exercise by Philippine and U.S. Marine Corps in Balabac Island, Palawan. Let us hear the details. Go on, Private Dispo.
As part of the Balikatan 39-2024 multilateral maritime exercise, a momentous joint mission unfolded as Philippine Marines, in tandem with the U.S. Marine Corps counterparts, departed from Antonio Bautista Air Base via U.S. Marine Corps CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters for the air assault exercise in Balabac Island, Palawan. Facilitated by the Philippine Air Force, the departure from Antonio Bautista Air Base in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan, marked the commencement of this collaborative effort aimed at bolstering military preparedness and interoperability. This coordinated effort between the U.S. Marine Corps, Philippine Marine Corps, and Philippine Air Force underscores the commitment of both nations to enhancing military readiness and cooperation in the region.
And that's the latest update. This is Private Dispo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP, one stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Private Dispo.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Solcom, let us hear from Jess about Peace Forum and Indignation Rally stage in Bulan, Sorsogon.
In an effort to promote peace and denounce insurgency, the 22nd Infantry Battalion conducted Peace Forum and Indignation Rally in Barangay San Juan Daan, Bulan, Sorsogon. Under the guidance of Captain Harold S. Lyon, Acting Civil Military Operations SEMO Officer, and First Lieutenant Joshua V. Martinez, Commanding Officer of Charlie Company 22IB, the event gathered barangay officials and residents. The forum highlighted the appeal to the members of the CPP-NPA to lay down their arms and reintegrate into society, emphasizing the opportunity for a fresh start with their families. The event also featured the oath of alliance ceremony, symbolizing the former supporters' commitment to the Republic of the Philippines and their condemnation of the wrongful activities of the CPP-NPA-NDF. The initiative emphasized the government's commitment to resolving the long-standing insurgency issue through peaceful means, offering assistance to the victims of violence and deception by the terrorist and communist groups. Former rebel Kalea of 22IB recounted her personal transformation, highlighting the potential for redemption and reintegration. Her narrative exemplified the government's sincerity in its effort to address insurgency issue and support those seeking a path to peace and prosperity. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
For other details, the temperature in Zambales yesterday reached 53 degrees Celsius, considered as extreme danger and the highest heat index recorded so far this year. Are the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. The province only recorded 42 or 43 degrees Celsius in the previous days. The State Bureau reported that the province is expected to have a lower heat index of 42 to 43 degrees Celsius today and on Tuesday.
DWDD National News.
In other developments, the government could utilize the remaining 15.5 billion under the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund for 2024 to mitigate the effects of the El Nino phenomenon, the Department of Budget and Management stated. According to DBM Secretary Amena Pangandaman, the said amount is part of the total 20.5 billion pesos allocated for disaster risk reduction and management this year. Pangandaman assured that DBM is prepared to support all operations which aim to combat the negative impacts of the dry spell affecting different parts of the country. In addition, the Secretary shared that the current NDRRMF balance also includes 1 billion pesos allocated for the parametric insurance coverage of government facilities against natural calamities.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
We have a report coming in with more details about naval units trained and excelled in replenishment at sea drills, boosting readiness and logistic capabilities. Go on for the details, SN1 Penalba.
A simulated replenishment at sea, or RAS, event took place involving multiple naval units, including BRP Ramon Alcaraz, or PS-16, FS Vendumir, or FFH-734, BRP Davao del Sur, or LD-602, and USS Harper's Ferry, or LSD-49. Led by BRP Ramon Alcaraz as the officer conducting serial, or OCS, the exercise proceeded smoothly without any reported issues and concerns. During the drill, PS-16 directed the participating units via tactical messaging, orchestrating precise maneuver as each vessel approached her port side, with LD-602, FFH-734, and LSD-49 sequentially completing the replenishment procedure. RAS exercises like this play a crucial role in maintaining naval operation readiness, extending operational ranges by ensuring a steady supply of resources during prolonged missions. These drills enhance logistical capabilities and hone personnel skills, enabling naval forces to operate independently and project power over extended distance without relying heavily on a port facility.
And that's the latest update. This is Siman First Pinyalba reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP, one stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, SN1 Benalba.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
Let us hear more update outside our station. Let us hear from GU about Representative Zaldico leads the groundbreaking for 19 infra projects to boost security and soldier welfare.
Yes, Rough House Committee on Appropriations Chairperson and Bicol Party List Representative Elizaldico spearheaded the groundbreaking ceremony for 19 infrastructure projects within the 9th Infantry Division. These projects, totaling nearly 350 million pesos, aim to bolster national security and improve the welfare of military personnel. Key projects include upgrades to barracks, expansion of the Night Signal Battalion building, and the construction of a comprehensive road network to enhance training capabilities. Co emphasized the unwavering commitment of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez to AFP readiness. This is Gio reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gio.
DWDD National News.
The Commission on Elections is optimistic to at least meet the 3 million projected number of registered voters for the 2025 midterm elections. COMELEC Chair George Garcia shared that they are 700,000 away from their target, 5 months before the deadline for registration on September 30. As of April 26, 2024, the total number of applications have reached 2,397,555, wherein about 1 million are new voters. From the total number, the largest came from Region 4A or Calabar Zone, which registered 439,842, followed by the National Capital Region with 357,801.
DWDD National News.
Now on to our next story. The Philippine National Police has suspended the implementation of the policy regulating tattoos among its officers and applicants. According to PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo, the Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil issued an order to the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management to assess the Memorandum Circular 2024-023 that orders uniformed and non-uniformed personnel to have their visible tattoos removed. Fajardo said that the PNP chief wants the policy reviewed before its full implementation, especially the provision that officers and staff need to remove all visible tattoos because it involves health and financial issues. The PNP earlier said the cops with existing tattoos are required to file an affidavit declaring their markings that are not visible.
DWDD Double D. National News.
The Department of Migrant Workers reported that there were no Filipino hurts in another series of earthquakes in Taiwan on Saturday. According to Central Weather Administration in Taiwan, a magnitude 6.1 earthquake rocked northeastern part of the country at 2:21 a.m., followed by a magnitude 5.8 temblor or at 2:49 a.m. In a post on social media, DMW said migrant workers' offices in Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung are monitoring the situation and ready to help any overseas Filipino workers who may have been injured or affected by the earthquake. The DMW added that they are closely working with Manila Economic and Cultural Office and Overseas Workers Welfare Administration and local authorities to assure the safety of OFWs.
Radio report.
Bring us the latest insights from the scene. We have our correspondent, Private Pelayo. Let us hear the details about LD 602 joins Balikatan 2024.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines commenced preparation for the Balikatan 39-2024 multilateral maritime exercises with a comprehensive safety navigational briefing. This briefing aimed to ensure the seamless execution of the upcoming maritime operations. The day marked the beginning of significant activities as the LD-602, a key vessel in the operation, lifted its anchor from the tide pole in NILMS West Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Departing amidst anticipation, the LD-602's voyage is set to traverse various routes to the north of Palawan, with a crucial point at the Linapakan Strait before its final destination of Campo Ulay, Rizal, Palawan. On the same day, the LD-602 successfully completed its Day 1 Division Tactical Maneuver exercises along with the USS Ferry LSD-49, FS Vendemir F-374, and PS-16 within the Dumaran Island, east side of Palawan. The display of tactical prowess and coordination showcased the readiness of the participating vessels for the challenges ahead. With precision and efficiency, the vessels resumed their regular operational course, continuing northbound along the Palawan coast in preparation for the BK-39-2024 multilateral maritime exercises. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Private Pelayo.
Armed Forces Radio report.
Now let's hear from our reporter on the ground for more latest updates about 4th CMO Battalion pays tribute to valor of forebears in commemoration of Battle of Mactan. Go on for the details, Mike.
Yes, Rolf. The 14th Civil Military Operations Battalion honored the courage of our ancestors in a Poy Night ceremony at Visayas Command, Camp Lapu-Lapu, Cebu City. The said activity marked the 503rd anniversary of the victory of Mactan, wherein troops led wreath at Lapu-Lapu's monument, paying homage to his bravery and sacrifice in the Battle of Mactan. Vice Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia of Cebu City and Mayor Edgar Oliva joined the military in commemorating his historic event. Vice Mayor Garcia emphasized Lapu-Lapu's significance as a symbol of valor and national pride, urging all, especially the youth, to embody his values of courage, independence, resilience, and love for the homeland. This is Katropang Mike reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mike.
DWDD National News.
The Council for the Welfare of Children stressed the importance of responsible digital parenting to fight online sexual abuse and exploitation of children. The CWC made a statement following the report of the Department of Justice that there is an increase in OSAIC incidents, with the age of victims averaging 11 years old and the youngest being 3 months old. Based on DOJ's data, 41% of reported OSAIC incidents were facilitated by biological parents, while 42% were done by other relatives. In response to this, CWC Executive Director Undersecretary Angelo Tapales advised the parents and guardians to be vigilant in identifying red flags online.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let us hear from Corporal Idoba about multilateral maritime exercise, cross-deck landing, and simulated medevac. Go on for the details.
The Balikatan 39-2024 multilateral maritime exercise unfolded series of events involving a cross-deck landing and simulated medevac operation. The BRP Davao del Sur LD-602 conducted flight quarters operation to receive the NH-434 and subsequently perform a simulated medevac Kasibak. These activities comprise patient and evacuation, passenger transportation, and various vital operational interoperability exercises. The unit then received the French helicopter FH-160 to complete the cross-deck landing serial. The units involved in this endeavor are Philippine Navy's BRP Ramon Arcaraz, PS-16, LD-602, NH-434, the U.S. Hampers Ferry, LSD-49, and French FS Benjamir, FFH-734, and FH-160 helicopter.
That's the latest update. This is Corporal Lindoba, Philippine Army, reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP, one strong Philippines.
Thank you so much, Corporal Idoba.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates about 73rd IB joins in distributing school supplies to the children in Sarangani, let us hear from Sha. Go on for the details, Sha.
Yes, Ruff. The 73rd Infantry Neutralizer Battalion joined in distributing supplies to the children at Alabel, Sarangani. This was part of the community outreach program during the annual family update of the Save the Children Foundation Incorporated Philippines in partnership with different partner stakeholders. A total of 641 children benefited the school supplies and toolkits from the said program. In the said figure, 140 children came from Barangay Kawas, 49 children from Barangay Maribulan, 100 children from Spring Integrated School, Barangay Spring, 150 children from Barangay Ladol, and 202 children from Purok Datal Conde, Barangay Proper Dumolok. The 73rd IB has actively collaborated with the other institutions to provide support in order to achieve equitable access to education. This is Shaina Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Sha.
DWDD National News.
The Corporate Social Welfare Development Secretary Rex Gatchalian will meet the Interagency Coordinating and Monitoring Committee to discuss and hasten the enforcement of Republic Act 11861 or the expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act. Gatchalian said that the interagency body will work on straightening out the guidelines for the implementation of the comprehensive package of social protection services defined in the expanded law, Republic Act 11861, which amended RA 8972, or the Solo Parents Welfare Act of 2000, promotes the rights of Filipino solo parents and ensures that they can receive adequate social protection programs from the government. The implementation rules and regulations of the expanded law was signed on September 20, 2022.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in 1134 kHz AM radio and in AFP Radio DWDD Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rolf Susan for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD
AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.